Hello everyone, welcome back to a video. Today we're going to be talking about something that makes me kind of sad, but also it's mostly concerned and sad because today Dextro posted another article. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline is delayed to 2025. Now, if anyone doesn't know the Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, it was announced in 2019, which the article will talk about soon, but it's been delayed so many times that it's very worrying, especially considering how the original game Masquerade Bloodlines is. I've played that game and it is an amazing game, but it's not like a perfect game. There's a lot of problems with it, and it's just one of those things where it's taking so long and switched hands so many times. But anyway, let's get into this article. The time has come for Kindred to enter Tropia, or again, Kindred is what your character is called, I'm pretty sure, as Paradox Interactive has confirmed that Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 has been delayed until next year as more work is needed. Bloodlines 2 has had one of the most tumultuous developments of any modern game. Announced in 2019, the game has undergone several delays, a studio switch going from Harboard Labs to the Chinese Room, and a story shift that has completely changed the protagonist from a weak, thin-blood vampire to an ancient elder who has awoken in modern times. I remember seeing a story about that and people talking about it, and honestly, I still don't really like the fact that you're some ancient guy, ancient elder who's awakened and stuff like that. I prefer the weak, thin blood vampire storyline. But I mean, I don't think this article talks about it. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, one of the reasons this it changed hands so many times is because the main writers left. The main writers left during development, and because they just didn't want to deal with it anymore, which it was not a good sign. So Bloodlines 2 was supposed to launch in 2024, which funny enough I didn't actually know. I thought it was I thought the I didn't even know they had a release date again. I thought it was delayed without a new release date. I didn't realize that it was set to launch this year. But the lack of concrete release date made fans worry of a delay, especially as the year dragged on. It was seemed the in oh god, I can't read this. It seems their intuition was correct, as Interactive confirmed in the post at the official Bloodlines 2 website that the game will now launch in the first half of 2025. Which, I mean, it's not surprising that this is happening once again because the game has gone through, like, it's been like one of the worst. It's been one of the worst like development cycles since like the Duke Nukem game or something like that. Like, it's crazy. Earlier this year, Paradox reaffirms our commitment to delivering high quality games to our players, and launch update is a proactive decision derived from this commitment. Throughout the game, it is good enough to place that we could have maintained our planned release window. Paradox and the Chinese Room collaboratively decided to prioritize polish. I'm so concerned about this game because it's changed hands. Moved. It changed IP owners to Paradox eventually, because Paradox eventually managed to get the rights. The original dev team left and or was fired. I can't remember if they left or they just were fired. And then the Chinese Room got it. I honestly don't remember who the Chinese Room are, and that's just I can't remember who they are. So I did a little bit of Googling, and on their Wikipedia page, they're the ones who did the Amnesia Machine for Pigs game, which was different, but a lot of people liked it still. And honestly, I don't know. I do know about Dear Esther, but that was a long time ago, so I doubt the people are. I'm pretty sure the team has changed since then. But other than that, it looks like they've made a bunch of games, but like it's not crazy amounts of games. But we'll see. So going back to the article, it was here we are. It'll be used to create a quality assurance buffer and giving us more time to test and launch, ensuring we are releasing the game when it's ready. This extra time gives us opportunity to adjust certain areas, such as Fabian, and incorporate other community feedback. I don't know what community feedback they're incorporating because we've never played the game. Or, like, there hasn't been, like, any. I remember the gameplay trailer a long time ago was not well received. Yeah, they actually talk about it. We'll also use the time to expand the game's story, and now Bloodlines 2 will have twice as many endings as its predecessor. I actually am really worried about this statement because the story should be done. Like, unless they mean like this is already planned and like they're just adding things that they're originally gonna cut because they didn't have enough time. Because like the script should already be done. I hope the script's already done and they're just adding things to it, because if they're still adding things, like the game was supposed to come out. The game was already supposed to come out. If you're still adding to the script, like I really hope they're not, because that's really worrying that if they're still not really like, oh god. It's just this sentence worries me, because if they're still adding to the script and stuff like that, I'm hoping they're just re-adding things that they originally were going to cut, which is totally fine. If they're, as long as it's, within reason. The first Bloodlines 2 gameplay trailer received polarizing response from the audience. I remember that. The World of Darkness fans are nothing if not opinionated. They are. To be fair, they're also generally older, because anyone who plays the Masquerade Bloodlines is definitely older, because it's not a new game. So it's good to hear that developers are responding to community feedback. It's true. Vampire Masquerade fans have waited 20 years for a sequel to Bloodlines, and they'll have to hang on for a little longer for a game that hopefully be as enthralling as its predecessor. And honestly, I hate to be negative Nancy here, but I don't think it will be, because at this point, it's almost like the Duke Nukem game. It's going to be just like, there's so many expectations for this game, and I'm just gonna run the trailer a little. This is the trailer from 2019, but like, it's just not going to be this. It's so worrying that it's taken this long, and the game itself was already a mess. I don't know if they actually were taking the game from. See, look, this is Hardsuit Labs. That was the team that was making it. Wait, did it say the Chinese room? Yeah. So this was before the Chinese room took over. And they took over. I can't remember when they took over, actually. When did they take over? Does it say when they took over? Okay, so they took over in July 2023. So they've actually only been working on this game for a year. Oh god, that's even worse. And the other team was fired in 2021, so there was nothing happening for 3 years. I guess that makes sense then. Yeah, but gosh, this makes me want to play the first game, because I feel like the second game we're not going to end up, like, when it does come out, it's going to be really, it's going to be, I can't imagine this game coming out in a good state, because it's just not had a good, there's been so many people working on it, like even before the 2019 stories, like there was crazy amounts of drama before, because I mean it didn't come out. Like if I remember correctly, like the original team went bankrupt, and or the publisher decided to pull out because it was taking too long. Because the first game, it's not like the first game was well funded to begin with, and especially now with Baldur's Gate 3 coming out and things are going to be compared to it, it's just going to be bad, or not bad. It's just going to be, it's not a good scenario for this game, which is very unfortunate. But it's what happens. It's just how it goes. Other than that, thank you everyone for watching today's video. I saw this headline, I was like very concerned, and like sad and concerned is two of the words I would properly say for this type of thing, because it's just taking so long and there's so many hands in the pot of this game. And I don't know if they had to restart, or if they're just taking what the other teams were doing and trying to like use it. And I don't even know what engine this is going to be on as well, but at some point we'll probably find out. Other than that, thank you all for watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to continue doing videos like this because I enjoy doing them. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to check me out on other places, I have a Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and a Twitch channel if you'd like to check me out in those things. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you again in another video. Goodbye, everyone.